Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, hi, my name's Janelle and I upload new videos every Wednesday. Today I'm here with my dog. No, he's not in this video, but when I finished filming this look, he was like right there at my feet, and I was like, he's just always near me when I'm filming a video, so I figured I would just do my intro with him too. Say hi, Choka. Anyways, in today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys how I got this makeup look. Also, I didn't use any lashes for this look, but basically I just wanted to film a Chatty Get Ready with me and update you guys on my life and all of that, and just like sit down, relax, play with makeup, and talk with you guys. So if you guys are interested in getting ready with me and seeing how I got, look at him, and seeing how I got this makeup look, then definitely please keep watching. Love you guys. Also, before you go anywhere, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the notification bell. And thank you all of you guys who have subscribed so far. I love you so much. Look at this little face. Subscribe just for Choka. Look at that little yawn. I love him so much. Okay, I'm so distracted. Let's get into the video. I'm gonna spray some fragrance. Maybe this will make me feel good. That smells really good. That was Euphoria by, is that Calvin Klein? Oh my god, that's such a pretty summer scent. Let's get started. So, first things first, my skin is already moisturized. I just don't have primer on it. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. This Get Ready With Me should be very interesting because, like I mentioned in my previous video, I'm moving and all of my makeup is currently in bins right now. So I'm going to be priming using my e.l.f. Putty Primer. I mentioned this in my favorites video and I really love this primer. And like I mentioned before, my favorite way to apply this is with like a dense foundation brush. I just feel like it really gets into the skin so much nicer. But yeah, this Get Ready With Me should be interesting because like I mentioned in my previous video, I'm moving and I already started packing, although I don't have to be out of my current apartment until the end of the month. But I don't know, I'm that type of person where like, I don't know, when it comes to things like that, like I just want to be super prepared and I just want to know if everything is going to fit in like our storage and all that. So I put all of my makeup in like these big bins like this and I labeled them. So this should be interesting. I've been really spoiled this past year with like my beauty room and my drawers and like my own filming station. So it's going to be hard the next couple of months. But I'm going to be doing my best, making the most of it. I'll be right back. I'm going to go in my foundation bin and try to pick one out. Foundation today, I wanted to use a different one that I haven't used in a while. I'm going to be using my Clinique Beyond Perfecting Foundation. I love this foundation. This one is in the shade Cork. It is a lot lighter than my, kind of matches my face, but super light for my body. So I'm going to be mixing it with my Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter in the shade Tan 5. I think once I mix them together, it should work. And if it's still too light, I'll go in with like a darker of this foundation. I mean, it should kind of work. It's going to be a little bit lighter than my body, but maybe if I dot the Charlotte Tilbury directly on my face, I can make it work. Buff that out with the same foundation brush that I applied the primer with and just like pat this in my skin. But yeah, so like literally this whole past week, Alex and I have been packing everything up, which it's kind of good because we are, I think, like ahead of everything, so that way we're just prepared. But I wish I could like go more in depth with what's going on, but like even Alex and I don't know exactly what's going to be going on. Our lease ends here in July. And we were going to just re-sign the lease and do a month-to-month lease, but we wanted to downgrade to like a 1-bedroom for the month-to-month. That way we're not spending like a ton of money just on rent because we want to buy a house this year. Well, turns out if you want to do a month-to-month, you have to stay in the same apartment and it's like double the price of your rent, which we just were like, that's ridiculous. Like we might as well save that money. And that could go toward like our down payment on a house because we are just so set on buying a house this year. So when we found that out, it kind of put a damper because then we were kind of left like screwed, for lack of a better word, because it was like too late to go like look for other places. Like it was very short notice, which I think was a mistake on our behalf because we probably should have checked sooner, but I don't know. We just didn't think it would be an issue. So now we're going to be staying with my mom for a few weeks. And then we want to buy a house. So the catch on this is we have some things up in the air because we could potentially stay here and buy a house, or depending on the news that we hear, we could be moving out of state. So it's just been crazy. Like, I have no idea what to prepare for. Then like quarantine obviously has like really stalled a lot of things, so we weren't really able to prepare as much as we wanted to, but we're making it work. We're making the best of the situation, and it's been hard because obviously whenever there's a lot of unknowns, like fear kicks in. I really actually like the finish that this combination gave. It's like a medium coverage, a really pretty glow to the skin, but I don't feel like shiny or anything. It's just crazy. I still haven't like heard anything back from work yet, so like I don't even know what to expect on that end. I've been really praying about it. I'm so happy I'm way more resilient now than I was in the past, because I feel like in the past things like this I just like shut down and I would just like give up altogether, which sounds so dramatic, but I guess that's why it's been hard for me, because I don't like unknowns. I like to be prepared. I like to know what the next step is, and right now God is like, nope, I don't feel like telling you just yet. You need to trust me, you need to have faith and trust that I'll work everything out for your good, because that's what I promise. So it's definitely almost been like a testing of my trust and my faith. I didn't even say what concealer I'm using. I grabbed my McGrath Sublime Concealer. This concealer is beautiful. It's very full coverage. I'm also going to take whatever is left on my sponge and put it on my lid as a eyeshadow primer. This pimple right here has been haunting me for like a month now. And then I have this spot that's haunting me. I got bit by a mosquito on my forehead. I need to insert a picture because it got humongous. It was so crazy. And now it like left a mark and it's almost like scabbing, which is very odd. But I hope it was a mosquito and not some like other crazy animal that would like, I don't know, kill me or something. So I'm just going to be contouring it using my e.l.f. Camo Concealer. It's crazy though, packing up all of my like makeup and clothes. I did not realize how much stuff that I had. Like, it's insane. I'm like, I'm not allowed to buy any new clothes or makeup for like a year, which I know that's what I said in the beginning of this year, and that didn't work out, but it's just crazy the amount of stuff that I had, and I'm just like, I need to start using this. Like, how do I own all of this? And it was like bins and bins of stuff. So I ended up like giving away about probably like 5 huge trash bags worth of clothes. I donated because I'm just like, I need to make room. I need to let go of things that I haven't worn in forever. I'm kind of like a hoarder when it comes to clothes and makeup. If I wear something and I don't know, it was like during something sentimental or a memory that I really like, I can't let it go. Like, it's so hard. And it could be like the most simplest thing, but I just feel like I have to keep it. So that's my downfall, because then I end up holding on to things that I'm not going to wear again, but it just holds like a significant memory to either like a time in my life or a memory. Let me know in the comments down below if you're the same way. Makeup too, if there's like a certain makeup item that I wore for an occasion or a memory, or just I remember buying it, I can't let it go. It's a problem. I need to like just hold on to the memories in here and not like physically need to have them, because and then it just stresses me out when I'm like having to pack all this stuff and choose what to keep and get rid of. And we've also decided to sell a bunch of stuff, so that way when we do get our new home, we're not having to take a bunch of stuff with us. Also, since we are going to be staying with like family temporarily, we are going to have to put a lot of our stuff in storage. The difference in price between like the large pod and the smaller one is huge. So we're just like, okay, might as well just get rid of the stuff, start over, and, you know, make room for everything. So we thought by selling pretty much all of our furniture, we'd be set and have plenty of room. And then we realized how much stuff we had and how much stuff we needed to give away. And we're like, okay, yeah. So to set my under eyes, I'm actually going to be using my Maybelline Fit Me Powder in Fair Light. You're gonna see! Oh, like, holy crap, it was like coming then going. All right, so I'm gonna apply that with the same sponge. I'm gonna do a little bit at first and not bake, and then go over with the larger amount and bake. But I've been watching a ton of videos on like packing and how to pack so that it's just like a smooth transition. And I try to implement a lot of those. However, it is harder because we can't use as many like different boxes and bins because we are trying to be mindful of the space that we take up. I'm doing what I can so that everything stays organized. And then, oh, I was gonna film like a pack with me type of thing, but I end up having like 4 mental breakdowns while packing that I was like, okay, this would be very terrible to watch me like crying on camera because I'm just so stressed out about all the stuff I had. If I wasn't a psycho, I would have definitely documented the process. All right, now I'm just gonna set the rest of my face with my Charlotte Tilbury airbrush powder in medium 2. But once I do, I was really stressed out about not having like my own beauty space and living with other people for a little bit, just because I know it will be like hectic for filming and just, I don't know, having like a quiet space to get videos up. Also because I don't really like doing voiceovers, so I was like kind of stressed out about that. But I have this brilliant idea, and if you guys are interested in seeing that, let me know. If you guys hate that idea, then I won't do it. But I was like, might as well make the most of the moments that I'm gonna have living with my family again, and maybe I can convince them to be in like YouTube videos and film videos with like my mom and my brother and my sister, and who knows, maybe even my dad. Just kidding, I doubt my dad would ever do that, but can I at least convince hopefully my mom. And now I'm just quickly filling in my brows using my Benefit Precisely My Brow. I was talking to my friend Megan the other day, and she also does YouTube videos, or she just got back into doing them. I'll leave her channel link down below. Also really active on Instagram. But we were talking about just like videos and like the pressure that we put for everything to be perfect. And even in the move, I know that things aren't gonna be perfect. Like, I'm not gonna have my perfect filming setup and everything like that, but at the end of the day, no one is perfect. Life isn't perfect, but it's so easy to get in your head when you're creating content that everything has to just be in perfect place and order. But in reality, like, especially for people that don't do videos, like, it's not like that. And most people don't really care about it being picture perfect, you know? It's just a matter of getting out of our heads as like content creators and just being real, being honest, and you know what, in turn, because everything's not picture perfect, it's just that much more relatable because no one's life is perfect. My brows are always something else. All right, so my eyebrows are on. I'm really not too sure what is going on with them right now, what they're doing, so we're just gonna make it work. So for my eyes today, I'm gonna be using my Profusion Bare Eyes palette. The colors in here are so pretty, they blend out so nice, and this palette is super affordable. I do know that I want to start with this color. It's called Doll. I'm gonna put that as my initial transition color. But yeah, there's just been so many changes, especially within the last few months, just like on a global scale and then also on a personal scale. It's been a lot, so I've just been trying to take it day by day. Some days are worse than others. Some days my anxiety is taking over, and I've never been one to deal with anxiety, at least not to the extent that I've been experiencing lately. So I've just been really praying about it and just like praying that God will help like guide me through this, and praying that I'm gonna be resilient, overcome all of these changes and all this fear. I'm gonna take a little bit of this color. It's like a more neutral, slightly deeper color, and put that lower in my crease. I don't think I used this color last time I used this palette. Ooh, maybe I could do like a bold coral lip. Another thing that has been stressing me out is since there's like boxes everywhere from packing, I don't do well with like clutter. It makes me anxious. Like, it can't function if I see stuff just laying out everywhere, so that's been challenging. It's funny too because I'm always, when it comes to like where I'm living, once I get comfortable there, I don't want to move. Like, wherever I'm living, that's kind of like my safe haven. That's where I kind of just like relax and like, I don't know, it just becomes like my home. So, I mean, although this is an apartment, like, I just have loved it so much, and it's just become my like safe space. And I'm just like so terrified of leaving that, which sounds so ridiculous. It's like the end result is gonna be so much better. Like, I'm gonna eventually have my own home that'll be permanently mine. But like, no, I could just live in this apartment forever. I love it. But what's funny about that is, fun fact, for my honeymoon, Alex and I never lived together. Like, we spent a lot of time together, but we never lived together. I mean, obviously I knew that I would be fine living with him. That's why I said yes when he proposed to me. But for some reason, right when the honeymoon started, I just got this like huge anxiety of like, oh my gosh, now I have to live with him. What if I hate living with him? What if this is torture? Like, I just want to live in my own room at my parents' house forever. Like, I was terrified. I was having like a panic attack. And I remember even breaking down to Alex in the middle of our honeymoon and just being like, I'm scared. He's like, what's wrong with you? Like, what do you think? I'm just gonna randomly like change over time and this is gonna be your space now. Like, he was really good at like calming me down, but I had a serious anxiety attack just because I was scared of, I don't know, moving, changing where I lived. And then I ended up obviously loving it. Like, once we finally lived together, it was perfect. There was no like really huge adjustments that I had to go through. I don't know, we just kind of like fit and work together. But still, I was having serious anxiety about it. So I'm just trying to like go back to that and how I was panicking, and then everything worked out just fine. So I just need to keep that in my mind and like stop, like worrying does nothing. All right, and now I'm going to be taking Clever. Actually, no, I'm going to take, what do I want to do? I'm going to take this color. It's called Zing, and I'm going to put that deeper in my crease. I'm going to take that with this side of the brush. It's like more dense, and I'm going to like pat it in my outer corner first and then buff it out with the blending side. So yeah, for anybody going through like something stressful, no matter what it is, just try to remember the times where you were stressed out and everything worked out just fine, and it'll happen again. That's what I've been reminding myself. Like, God has helped me through literally every single situation. He's never just been like, bye Janelle, you're on your own. I'm not with you in this. He's always been there. And this is such a minute thing to be super stressed about compared to so much else that's going on, that I just need to like get over myself and just relax. I'm now going to take this color called Clever in the palette and put that even deeper in my crease, again with the same more dense side of the brush. There's a lot of fallout, but that's fine. That's why I left my bake underneath of my eye, so that way when I wipe my bake away, it'll come up with it. Fallout Central. I should have tapped off the excess a little bit better. I feel like there was something else I wanted to talk to you guys about. Oh yeah, back to the fact that I'm giving away like 5 bags worth of clothes, some of them in which I've never even worn before. I do plan on selling some of them on Poshmark, so I'll leave my Poshmark down below if you guys are interested in checking them out and getting some clothes for very affordable. I don't really mark up my Poshmark at all. Like, I put it pretty much as cheap as possible. So if you guys want some good clothes for dirt cheap, definitely check it out. I think I'm gonna take this color. This is the same shade I wore in my previous video, and it's called Beam. It's like a silvery green color. I don't think the camera's picking it up, but it does have like a slight olive to it. Oh yeah, I also plan on doing a favorite like brushes video, like my must-haves, just because also with this whole move and trying to put things together that I think are really essential, that I just want to be on my person for the next few months. I've been really going through and seeing like, dang, although I have all of this makeup and all of these brushes, like there's only a select few that I'm like, no, I need that with me. Like, it's a must. This brush is one of them. So I kind of want to do a more in-depth video of like my favorite brushes or my must-have brushes. And then I also want to do like another video of like must-have brushes for beginners. Because I also feel like although I may have more must-have brushes, I don't think if you're starting off in makeup, you don't necessarily need all of the brushes. Let me know which one you guys would be more interested in seeing. Although I do feel like as a makeup artist, I don't use nearly as many brushes as a lot of other makeup artists do. Like, I try to just use the same brushes. I try not to overcomplicate it. Especially working for MAC, that's one of the main things that they teach you to, for a full makeup look, they say you should use no more than 6 brushes. And it's almost like if you use more than that, you're kind of an amateur. The fact that you need all these brushes to create a look, it's kind of like frowned upon in a way. So ever since I learned that, I just managed to, you know, work makeup looks with very few brushes and use brushes multi-purposely and kind of clean them as I'm using them. But I also feel like on YouTube, a lot of makeup artists use like 20 million brushes for a look, and that can also be overwhelming for somebody trying to recreate the look. So maybe I could do like my 6 must-have brushes for a makeup look. That's a good one. Wow, thank you guys for your feedback. And now I'm going to take the dark brown in the palette again. I'm going to take a small angled brush and use this as liner. I am going to be wetting it with Fix Plus though, that way it's like a little bit more compact and it doesn't create like a bunch of fallout. And this will also help it go on a little bit more pigmented. I'm gonna start at the end of my eye first. But yeah guys, also just let me know what kind of videos you want to see. That way I just stay inspired and stay ready to put out content even when things get super hectic. Because honestly, 9 times out of 10 when you guys suggest something, I will do it almost like immediately for the most part. I think there's sometimes where I'm like, I keep meaning to get around to a video that was suggested and then something keeps happening and I'm not. But for the most part, whenever I see video suggestions from you guys, I like to create them because it's coming from you guys directly of like what you want to see, you know. And now I'm just going to wipe out the fallout. And to wipe off the fallout, I like to flick it using a really swift motion because I don't want to end up accidentally pressing it into the skin and then I'm left with super dark under eyes. Some more of the powder and just clean up the edge of my shadow a little bit more. And this just will help create like more of a clean edge. And while that is kind of like cooking and cleaning up there, take this color called Celestial in the palette. It's like a really pretty champagne color. And I'm going to put that in my inner corner and on like the first third of my eye. Again, I'm going to wet my brush with Fix Plus. And I'm just going to focus it like right here. Ooh, that's pretty. Alright, so now I'm just going to be contouring the sides of my nose or setting the contour with my Physicians Formula bronzer. I really need to grab a different bronzer because I feel like I've only been using this one. Well, I guess I can't do a bold lip anymore since these eyes ended up turning super dramatic. Alright, so I'm going to take the same bronzer and warm up my skin. I'm going to use this color right here. I'm going to mix these two. It's like more of a peachy color and then more of like a dusty rose shade. And pop that on my cheeks. See, that's pretty. I may or may not have used a little bit too much blush, but that's fine. Alright, and now taking my Charlotte Tilbury Bar of Gold highlight. What a surprise. I'm going to take this color actually and use that to highlight down the center of my nose. And I'm also going to mix them all together and just highlight my cheeks a little bit. Focusing it mainly up here and then a little on my forehead and on my chin. Bada bing, bada boom. Ooh, I forgot to bake underneath of my contour, so I'm going to go ahead and do that with the same Fit Me powder. Alright, now I'm going to take my MAC Fix Plus and set everything in place. Alright, and now for my lower lash line, I kind of want to take a little bit of the green or the silverish green color. I'm going to put that on the first third of my lower lash line. And I just want it like right in here. And now I'm going to take this color, Zinc in the palette, the warm pretty brown, and then use that to smoke out my lower lash line. So I actually want to try something different and put a lip pencil in my waterline. I'm going to go ahead and sharpen it, spray it with alcohol to make sure I don't like give myself an eye infection. I don't necessarily recommend doing this, but I have seen it done before and I kind of want to try it. So we're going to put this in our waterline and pray for the best. Pray that I don't get an eye infection. Ooh, that's actually really pretty. Holy moly, that's so pretty. So I'm going to be applying my L'Oreal Voluminous Lash Primer with my Bambi mascara. I'm almost out of this mascara because I just use so much of it all the time. So I need to pick up another one. It's been so good. And I don't know if I'm going to be doing false lashes or not today. I feel like lately I've been into no lash makeup. I think it's just like after being in quarantine for so long and like not wearing makeup regularly. Now whenever I have lashes or too much, it's just like overpowering. Then the lashes end up being kind of like overkill. So I like to let the primer dry before I put the mascara. I just find it gives the most pretty effect. So now we're going to do our lips. So to line my lips, I'm going to be using this lip pencil that I actually found yesterday when I was like putting away all of my makeup. And it's the Jordana lip pencil in Rockin' Rose. It's really pretty. And I love Jordana lip pencils. For one, they're like $2. And two, they're just so creamy and they stay on a long time. And then for my lipstick, I'm thinking about using Mocha by MAC. It's like a really pretty, more warm tone. Alright, so now we can apply our mascara. Alright, you guys, and that wraps it up for this makeup look. Choka decided to join me for the closing of this video. I told you, he's always literally like right at my feet whenever I'm filming. He just like always wants to be on camera. So if you guys did enjoy this video and enjoyed a kind of like life update and just hang out with me, then definitely give this video a thumbs up. And like I mentioned earlier, please let me know in the comments down below what kind of videos you guys want to see next. I love you all. I pray that you all stay safe and have a great day. What a little cutie patootie. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Who's a good boy?